Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I thought I'd pop on really quick. I'm not dressed up like I used to be. I'm a mom now, so I barely have enough time. But my daughter is sleeping, so I thought I would just do a quick video. And as you can tell from this title, this video is about should you get married before marriage? Okay. I'm sorry. Should you have a baby before marriage? And my quick answer to that is don't do it. No. So if you are one of those people who have already done it, or you are moody, which we all are, or you can't accept the truth, I'll give you a moment to click off. Okay. So go ahead and take a moment to click off. Go find a different video that is better for you, because my channel is more about. I was going to tell you like it is. Okay. So I have, let's see, 6 reasons. Okay, why you should not do that. Okay, one is to honor yourself. Okay. If you're the type of girl like me who wants a ring, wants marriage, wants a proposal, wants a honeymoon, wants all those things, then hold out for that. Okay. Hold out for that. Um, because you deserve all the things that you want. And it doesn't make sense for you to bend on your desires because of some external factor, and the external factor being whoever you're thinking about having a baby with. Okay. And then number two is you need to have requirements for someone to have a baby with you. Okay. And the reason why I say that is it gives the person, um, you basically have standards to do this thing. Okay. So, because when you don't have standards and you let whatever happen to you without any intention or consciousness, a lot of things can go array, and it's to the things that you have never wished for. Okay. So when you come onto this type of subject of having a child with somebody, it's very serious, and it should be a conscious intentional decision. Okay, America, I was brought up by immigrant parents from Vietnam, and I'm very old school. So I believe in courting the girl. I believe in all the old school stuff. So if you're one of those people who don't like that, here's another chance for you to click off. Because my video will probably piss you off. So with that being said, if you have the intention of having a family, try your best to do it the best way you can. Meaning, this is your chance to choose your family. This is your chance to choose your husband, choose who you decide to be in your family, versus how we all were brought up, where we had no decision to pick our families. We basically, whatever family we happened to be born into, we had to accept that. So here's your chance to actually choose your family. So really use this chance wisely. Um, you need to have these standards for a man to impregnate you, just like in nature. Okay, the your genes, your biology, your DNA, your family line should not be able to reproduce if you are the weakest link, if your genes are weak. And that's like, is that Darwinism? It's Darwinism. Okay. For example, animals, right? They will not mate with anybody. Sorry, I keep touching my hair. My hair is like, I'm I'm postpartum, so I have all these new baby hairs. So I'm trying to see how I can make it look better on the video. But anyways, like in nature, the male animal is not just trying to he is trying to mate with everybody, but the girl animal gets to choose. She gets to pick which guy has a house. Like, for example, birds. Which guy has a house? Which guy is able to hunt and impress me? Which guy is the most beautiful bird so I can mate with? These are all the things that the animals don't really have a conscious choice like we do. They don't have free will. They just base off everything on their instinct. But it makes sense, right? Because why would another bird want to mate with some other bird that can't hunt or is like, you know, half dead, right? That makes no sense. So, same thing with you choosing your partner. The idea should be, may the best man win. May the best man be my um, husband. May the best man be the father of my child. And all those things, in order for you to get the best man, how can you choose a best man if they have not done all the things that let them pass go? Okay. So if they just rolled off the street, would you want to have a baby with that person? Probably not. Probably not. So get your standards high, ladies. Okay. And these standards should never be shaken, moved. Okay. The target should not be moved based on the person you dated. So say you fell in love with somebody, but they're like a crack addict and they have no home. Okay. Just because you love that person or you fell in love with that person, that does not mean that they would make a good father, right? And that doesn't mean, okay, well, you can just impregnate me because I fell in love with you. No, there should be a bunch of criterias before you make that decision to have to have the baby with that person. I'm old school thinking. So for me, my values for my husband was that he had to propose, okay? He had to have a house. He had to have a stable career. He had to be smart. All these things, I never moved the needle for him. I was like, when I was dating, I was like, you either got it or you don't. You either got it or you don't. A, I'm not a type of, I'm not a male academy. I'm not here to teach you. I'm not here to pull you along to where I'm going to be, because where I was in my life was, when I met him, I was ready for a family. I was ready for some stability. I was ready for all these things. So if he was still a work in progress, I was not trying to date anybody like that. So they got cut quick, okay? And that just shows that I had a high standard and I was willing to stick to my standard, okay? I was not going to bend for any man, okay? So if you did not have it, you were not, we were not aligned. We didn't resonate, okay? You weren't on my plane. Um, so when a man proposes, when a man commits to you in front of everyone on your wedding day, okay, in front of his family, in front of your family, when he gets legally married, okay, those hurdles demonstrate what kind of man they are, okay? Those hurdles are what is like a gate, right? Not everybody can pass the gate to get to you. They have to have these things in order to get to you. What I've seen, especially in like my good friends, is that they have lowered their standards because because they love the man so much that they lowered it down so they can stay with that person. Okay, I know it's really hard, especially if you've been with somebody for many years and they have not proposed to you, they have not committed to you, they're not in a good spot in their life. Maybe they have a lot of family drama, maybe they are not stable with their job. Okay, and it's sad, even though you have invested maybe 4 or 5 years, 2 years, 1 year, whatever the case may be, especially if you're an older woman, to have to start all over again. Okay. But I'm telling you guys, I started all over again, and I got exactly what I wanted. And I'm so freaking happy. Sometimes I'm surprised that my husband is who he is, because he's actually greater than what I originally wanted. So I've seen like really close friends kind of lower their standards, bend to whatever the guy's situation is, and then get pregnant as a Hail Mary, okay, as a Hail Mary to just stay with that person and make sure that they stay with them, even though they are getting older. And to me, having children, I love my daughter, but having children is really hard. It takes a toll on women's body and it takes a toll on your emotional health. And okay, your relationship gets a beating as well. Okay. I don't know, tell me one married couple who's never gotten an argument, especially in the newborn stages of your baby's life. It's a new project, it's a new era in your life. You both are trying to figure it out and it's difficult. Okay, and it's going to be even more difficult if the person is not in a good place in their life, but you went ahead and had a baby with them anyway, and they hadn't demonstrated any type of long term commitment. Okay, it's even harder. Trust me, trust your girl. Okay, it's hard. And being pregnant and having an infant child is probably the most vulnerable time in any woman's life because you need a lot of help. And if you, I know the feminist movement, you can do it all by yourself. You can do it all by yourself, but do you want to? Okay, that's another question. Okay, and then the second point I have here is protection. So when you get legally married and when they have committed their life to you in front of their family members, their friends, okay, when they went out and got a ring, those things take effort, all right? And the legally married is for your protection. Okay? It's for your protection because say things go awry and they leave, or you need health insurance, okay, or yeah, if they leave you need child support, okay, or they leave and or maybe they pass away, okay, they need you're going to need their help, their assets to help you continue to raise a child by yourself. So to me, having a child with somebody and not getting legally married, terrible, because at the end of the day you're going to do more work than the guy, okay, even if you have a job, if you have a especially if you have a job and you're pregnant, you're doing two jobs, they only have one. Okay, so think about that. Okay, number three, it's to honor you. Okay, it's to honor you, to do things the right way, okay, to do things the difficult way, like the proposal, marriage, wedding, all that stuff is really hard. Okay, if a man can come up and do those things and demonstrate to everyone that they are in love with you and committed to you and want you to have the child in a legitimate way, that's an honorable man. Okay, and an honorable man would honor you, okay, and that's a beautiful thing about that, is that they want to honor you, especially if that was your criteria of what you wanted, okay, and you stuck to it. um One, two, three, four. Okay, let me tell you, children require a lot of attention, especially when they are infants. So if you have the idea of, hey, after I get pregnant, to keep him around, or I accidentally get pregnant, whatever. Oh, but he'll propose, he'll get married to me, we'll do all these things. Ladies, let me tell you, I'm a ex party girl. I used to drink a ton. I was very carefree. But once I had my daughter, all that changed. The way I think is more, I'm like worried. Even if she's in the best care, under my mom's care, I still worry about her. I still think about her. So if you think that you can have a wedding, they take a lot of work. Kids take a lot of work. Plan a wedding, go on a honeymoon, do all these things is just going to take times 10 effort than when you were single, no kid. Okay, so think about that. Think about that, because even if you go on your honeymoon or go on a vacation, you still cannot relax. And that's, if you were a mom and you can relax, give me some tips, because I don't have that mindset anymore. First, it's positive and negative. Probably God gave it to me because now I'm a mom and that's the only way she'll survive. But your mindset changes, okay? Then the other part here is that you want a guy that is set up for being able to protect and provide for you during this time of being pregnant and having a child. If one of the reasons why you did not get married is because he was not financially ready, okay, like he didn't have the money to get the ring, what makes you think that now having a child, he's all of a sudden going to be this new person? Okay. Also, if he has too much family drama or he says like all these emotional things that he has going on in his life, and that's the reason why he can't propose or marry you, what makes you think that if he has all that drama going on, all these things going on in his life, what makes you think a baby is going to make his life better? Okay. Or make him like more like things not so complicated, not so dramatic. If anything, is going to put more stress on the guy. Okay. And if he did not have a hand on you getting pregnant and you guys did not talk about it, he's going to be resentful. All right. So he's only going to be with you because he has to be. And nobody wants that. Right. You want somebody to propose and be with you because they want to be, not because, hey, we're going to skip some steps because I'm not ready here and here. Okay. All right. And then last thing that I'll say is that having a child needs to be a well thought out decision. Okay, so there's a lot of people here going to therapy these days in America. A lot of people are trying to figure out what's wrong with them. And what that all starts with is your family. So if you want to make the world a better place, have a good family. Okay, have a committed, strong husband, because you don't want your kid to be going up in therapy and like they're trying to figure out what their childhood was like. Okay, so that's really odd. If you have a chance now to do the right thing, do it. um and don't mess your kid up is all I have to say. And yeah, and I'll put another asterisk here. I'm 36. I got pregnant at 35. Compared to people from like around the world and stuff, being pregnant and being a mom at 35 is kind of late. Okay. And if you're in your 30s, mid 30s, late 30s, and you're worried about or worried about getting pregnant, this is even more reason to really think harder, okay, about who you're with. If you're in your 30s and the person that you're with is not where you wish that they were with or wish they were at, have the strength and the confidence to break up with them. Okay? Because it's who they are, you need to accept them as they are. Okay? Not who you wish them to be. So break up with them. Okay? And you deserve to be with the person who you love, but most importantly is at a position in their life where they can marry you the correct way, provide, protect for the family. Guys who are shortcutting it and just trying to get the girl pregnant, you need to look at them with a huge question mark. Why are you like that? Okay? In biology, guys are programmed to want to spread their seed. Okay, we are the gatekeepers of if their gene is going to continue on. All right, so they want somebody to be out there looking like them, and that to them makes them feel good. But the burden of bearing children and taking care of the children, a lot of it comes on the mom because they're not going to breastfeed, they're not going to carry the baby. All that stuff is responsibility of you. So think hard about who you're with and if they are in the position to have a family with you. And if not, be super sober about it and say, no, they are not. And don't do anything that's going to lower your value or lower your criterias of who gets to pass your gate into procreating into other another human, okay? Because it's a huge responsibility and it's a huge decision. Is there anything else I need to say? What and also whatever excuse they give you as to why they propose or why they can't propose, take that, throw out the window, break up with them. All right. If you need any consultation about your specific situation, all my information is down in the description box. Um, and ladies, you deserve the guy that you've always wished for, and you deserve the life that you've always wished for. If you need help kind of figuring out your blockages or why you continually stay with somebody who's not really giving you the things that you need, hit me up. Let me know. I'm happy to talk. All right, that's it.